Hey Tap fam, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am gonna be teaching you guys how to solve this Rubik's Cube right over here in just a few simple steps. By the end of this video, you're gonna be able to solve this cube in probably in a minute by what I like to call the beginner method. So let's get started. First, we're gonna start off with an introduction to the cube. So basically getting to know all the pieces. If you already know what is the center, edges, corners, the starting algorithms like the right algorithm and all of that, you can skip to this timestamp over here. Okay, so when you get a cube, you should know that there are three parts to a cube: the centers, the edges, and the corners. Okay, so there's 6 sides to this cube, and green is opposite to blue, yellow is opposite to white, and then orange is opposite to red. Now, each side has 4 edges, 4 corners, and 1 center. Okay, now on to basic algorithms. So there are 2 basic algorithms. One is the right hand algorithm. So it's basically this, but let's slow it down. So you go up, then you go left, then you go down, and then you go right. So up, left, down, right. Up, left, down, right. Up, left, down, right. Okay, now let's do it a little faster. Okay, so for those of you who are beginners in this cube, you should go ahead and try to practice this a few times. So just go. Like that. Okay, and now it's the same thing for the left, just with your left hand instead. So up, right, down, left. Up, right, down, left. Up, right, down, left. So that's basically the introduction. Let's move on to the first step, which is the getting the white cross. Okay, so let's go ahead and scramble up this cube just by moving it a bit like this, that like. I would also like to apologize for this little thingy over here. It's just my stand. Okay, so now is the white cross. So what we want to do is first locate the white center and then get all of the edges, but not around the white center, around the yellow center. This is what I like to call the daisy method. Okay, so you see these 2 edges over here, we can easily just align it with the yellow center. So now we want to get these 2. Okay, so we have an edge right over here, and this space is free, so we'll just put it in here. Now let's find the other one. Okay, the other one's here, and if we move it up, this one gets disrupted. So what we want to do is align it with the free space. So just move it like this and then move it up just like that. Now what we want to do is sometimes your centers will not be aligned with your edges will not be aligned with their centers. So that's what we want to do. So for example, if blue is over here and the blue center is here, just do it like this and bring it down to the white center, and same with the others. So there's red over here, we bring it to the red center, bring it down, and now orange is here, bring it down, and lastly green is already aligned, so we bring it in. And that is the white cross. Ignore these for right now. we finish the white cross. Up next are the white corners. Okay, so if you see, a white corner is already in place, but it's not matching, because see, these two are blue and red, but this is orange and blue, so we want to bring it over here. So how we do that? Right hand algorithm, and now we shift this in between the orange and blue center, and since it's facing, when I put it here, it's facing towards me, so we have to do the left hand algorithm. Perfect. And now we just do that with the rest of the corners. Okay, so this one is red and green, so we bring it in between the red and green. Left hand algorithm. Now this one is already in the right spot, but it's misplaced. So we're just going to replace it with another random corner. So just do the right hand algorithm. Now, since it's facing upwards, we can either do two things. Number one, do the right hand algorithm 3 times, or number two, if it was facing upwards, what we could have done is move this twice instead of once, and then just do the right hand algorithm once more. So yeah, now we just have one more center corner left, so we just put that in place, and now we are done with the first layer. Congratulations. Moving on to the second layer. Okay, so basically the second layer is obviously this middle layer over here, right? So what we have to do is, since we already have the centers aligned with the edges, we need to get these edges over here. Okay, so for example, if we take this little piece over here, it's orange and blue. Okay, so since it's matching with the orange, like the orange is on this side, we bring it over to the orange center. Okay, and now what we have to do is, it's perfectly aligned, but now we have to move it towards the opposite side. So for example, if this was orange and green, then we would move it towards the blue side, but since it's orange and blue, we move it towards the green side. And now we do the righty algorithm, and then we shift our cube towards the right, and then do the lefty algorithm. And just like that, we have our edges. Okay, let's use another one for example. Now we have this red and blue. Since blue is this way, we turn it towards the green. And now since we have to get it on the left side, first we do the lefty algorithm, turn it towards the left, then do the righty algorithm. Just now we only have 2 more left. Okay, so green and orange, so we move it towards blue. Do the lefty, then righty algorithm. Now lastly we have this one. So green, orange is here, so we move it here. Lefty algorithm, turn towards the left, righty algorithm. Okay, now we've done with the second layer. But there is also one thing that can happen while you are doing this method. What can happen is, one time, for example, let's say that we have to get, okay, 1 second. Now we have this edge over here, but we needed to get over here. So how do we replace this? So now one thing you have to do is just replace it with another edge. Do the same algorithm, and then it's replaced with the edge, and we have that edge free over here so that we can put it in its correct spot. So that's how to do the second layer. So now last but not least is the final and third layer. Now this is probably the toughest layer, because what we have to do is, first we cannot mess this part up. Okay, so we need to get the yellow cross. Now you may be wondering how, because all the yellow edges, if we move, for example, if we do the same thing, which is what we did with the white cross, it's just gonna mess up the whole thing, right? See, you can't get it back. So what do we do? Okay, now there are either three situations. One is that you could just have the yellow cross. Two is that you could have a L. And then the third situation is when you have a whole red, yellow stripe. Okay, that's the best situation to be in. So if you have just the center, you are going to have to do this algorithm 3 times. If you have the L, 2 times. And then if you have the stripe, just 1 time. So now what is the algorithm? Okay, so first you have to move this part clockwise, and then you do the righty algorithm, bring it back. Now we have the yellow stripe. Now we do that once again, clockwise, and then righty algorithm, and then bring it back. Just like that, ignore the corners once again. You have your yellow cross. Okay, now what is the next step? The next step is to get your edges aligned. So again, we can't do the same thing because it's never going to be aligned. Okay, so there are 2 situations you can be in. One is where you have 2 edges aligned opposite to each other, and then one is when next to each other, and then one is where you have 2 edges across from each other aligned. So if you have them opposite to each other, you're gonna have to do this algorithm twice. But if they're right next to each other, what you do is you just do this algorithm once. So first, let's go ahead and do this. Since I have the opposite ones, I need to do this twice. So what you do is you bring this up, and then you move it. So you bring this up, you move it towards the left, Then you bring this down, you move this once, you bring it back up, and then you move this. You see, since it was here, okay, see this white is here, and it needs to be aligned with this. So you move it until it's aligned and just bring it back down, right? Now it's not aligned now, right? So you we got the situation back where this and this are right next to each other and they're aligned. Now what you do is, when you have these 2 aligned, what you have to do is take one facing away from you, and then one should be facing towards the right, okay? And then you do the same algorithm, bring this up, move it towards the left once, bring this back down, move it once again, bring this back up, and then you just align it and bring it back down. And now you shift it as many times, and then all of your edges are aligned. Now this is the third and final step for the top layer, and it's gonna be the toughest part yet. If you mess this part up, you've messed up the whole cube. So we need to pay attention over here. Okay, so there are 2 cases. One is where you have 3 cases. One is where you have none of the corners aligned, already in their position. And then one is where you have one corner aligned, okay, like I have over here. And then one is where all of the corners are aligned, and all you have to do is this algorithm over here. Okay, so first up, if you have 0 corners aligned, you just want to just start from any corner of your choice and do this algorithm as long until you have a corner aligned. But it doesn't necessarily have to be facing upwards. Like, it shouldn't be, it just has to be in the right space. It doesn't have to be like correctly. Like, for example, if this is red, right, it's still in the right spot, it's just not in facing the right way. This is facing the right way, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so if you have 0 corners aligned or 1 corner aligned, you have to do this algorithm. Okay, so first up, move the top part this way towards the left, bring this up, then move the top part towards the right, bring the left side up, and then bring this white corner back here, bring it back down, and now bring this one here and bring it back down. Okay, so you can see we still don't have the other edges in the right spot, corners in the right spot, except for this one. So we keep doing that. This towards the left, up, towards the right, up, bring it back, down, bring it back, and down. Okay, now we have all the edges, corners in the right spot. So this one is already facing the correct way. Same with this one, but you can see what I mean. These two are not. Okay, so if you had 0 corners aligned, just keep doing that algorithm until all of them are in the right spot, and same if you have 1 corner left. Now this is the end part. What you want to do is turn this upside down, make the white part facing upwards. Then what you want to do is do the right hand algorithm until this is in the right spot. Okay, so you can see it's in the right spot. Then if you move it this way like that, it's wrong. Okay, you have to move it towards the right until you get this one in the bottom right corner. And now you do the same thing, righty algorithm until it's in the right spot. But in this one, you cannot do any shortcuts if it's facing downwards or whatever, right? And then you just align the pieces, and congratulations, you've just solved your first ever Rubik's Cube. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed my tutorial on how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. And if you want further videos just like this, make sure to like this video, and if this video gets 5 likes, I will teach you guys how to solve the pyramids. Okay guys, that's it for today's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Peace out and thanks for watching. Bye.